champion of the world. How's that sound to you?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Welcome to J. Adams Brawl Call.
I'm now here with Damon Lau, president of Round 5, and the Carpenter is in the house, Clay Guida. There they are right there, and they're really having an incredible amount of success with Round 5. Damon Lau, tell us, what was your inspiration for Round 5 and what gave you the idea to do this?
You know, the funny thing is with Round 5, I've been passionate about the sport for the past 10 years. I was that guy who used to read up online to hear about fights, see results, but you couldn't watch it on, on pay-per-view. And, one night I was having dinner with Randy Couture 3 years ago, and we were talking about funny business ideas, and I go, hey, wouldn't it be cool if someone did action figures? Fast forward to now, 3 years later, we're in 6,000 stores across North America. We have offices in Hong Kong now too as well. We sell at Target, Kmart, Toys R Us. It's been fun. It's been fun.
6,000 stores, and that's how you do it. That's the American dream right there. The Carpenter, speaking of the American dream, Clay Guida, one of the most awesome fighters to watch in all of MMA. I think you're going to get fight of the decade for the Diego Sanchez fight, especially definitely stare down of the decade. No question about that. That's still talked about. What's going on in your world right now? Tell us who you got coming up next.
First, I want to thank Round 5 MMA for bringing me out here. David, everyone over there has been very supportive of us. I want to thank the Fight Zone. I want to thank UFC Fan Expo. All the fans out here are the best. 2010, we're here at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. This is one of the coolest things ever. It's all about the fans, the fighters. We're just very, very happy to be part of this right now. And I tell you what, it reminds me of having the old He-Man action figures, the G.I. Joe action figures. And Damon, I tell you what, if it wasn't for him and Randy Couture, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you guys right now. I tell you, out of 6,000 stores, I found one that had one of my action figures in it. My mom, we're all looking for them all over. So I just want to say thanks again to Round 5 MMA. You guys have been very supportive of us.
Well, that's something we should point out. There is a line all the way around the block here to get into Round 5. The Clay Guida action figures have sold out, folks. They are gone. However, we did have Damon Lau set one aside, and it's right here, so we had a chance to see it. Check that out. Go in for me. Take a look at that. There he is right there, getting ready.
Got the hair and everything. Check it out. Tried to match it up nice.
That's a good likeness there, Clay.
Not bad. Not bad. Tattoos, hair, still ugly.
Friend of the show. Haven't seen him in forever. So glad to see you again, Scrape. How have things been going for you? I know it's been a while, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you, and the folks over at Fox Sports Net, haven't had a chance to hear in our region. I would like to hear how things have been going since the tragedy. With Mask, tell us what's been going on with the company since the tragedy.
Things, since then, obviously the whole face of the company has changed in the sense that Charles was founder, leader. He was our general, but personally, for me, Charles being my best friend made everything even that much harder. The business side of me was kind of like, whatever. I didn't even, for a while I was like, I don't even know if I could do this anymore because our relationship that I had with him. But as time starts to go on, you realize, I met Charles for a reason. I got to be so close with him for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So I think that after as time, everybody said time heals all wounds, and I think obviously I still feel it in my heart that I miss him and everything. But man, you just got to go on and keep pushing and keep the dream alive because we set out 15 years ago to make this sport and this company the biggest sport in the world. And I think we're obviously on the right path. We're doing the right things, and Charles is the one that set that in stone to get it going.
You always hear people say it's what they would have wanted, and sometimes you kind of like, it kind of makes you feel funny when they say that. But in Mask's case, that really is the case. That's exactly what he would want. Knowing his personality, he would probably kick your ass if you didn't keep going. Yeah,
I think some days I have a hard time getting out of bed and everything, and part of me, I feel like Charles is right there kicking my ass saying, get your ass up and get out there and do what we've been doing. So, but man, I keep him with me. I got my necklace here. I made a couple of these for me and Punk Ass and a couple other people. It's a little urn, as I keep it. And as just a reminder, I keep it. I always wear it out. So so I can look down, I can feel it, I know it's there, I know Charles there, I know he's pushing me, I know he's getting me along to keep doing what we started out to do and do our thing and go out there and just have fun and meet the people. This is, I mean, we're here at the UFC Fan Expo, the second one, and this is what we lived for. Getting out here, meeting the fans, having fun, bringing the fighters out, getting just doing our thing, man. So this is huge. You know, the first one, the UFC, Dana and Lorenzo, those guys put Charles in the Hall of Fame, which was amazing. It was it was a treat, but just doing big things, man. We're just trying to help this sport be as big as baseball, football, basketball, everything, man. So I think we're doing a good job.
We're the Split Lip Girls, and you're watching Fight Zone TV.
Hey, I'm here with the Spider, Anderson Silva, one of the best ever in the history of the sport. And it's true, and you know it's true. Don't be modest, my friend. Anderson, what's coming up for you in the future?
I don't know. I'm training in LA for my coach, my friends, and my future in the fight. I don't know. I don't know, it's the future. Dana's decision. It's not my decision.
You know what's so fun about this? I just interviewed these guys in Washington, and what's really fun about it is they're kind of battling for Fight of the Year honors because they both have so many Fight of the Nights. I know that Don the Cowboy Cerrone has, I don't know, what do you got, like 4 or 5 Fight of the Nights already?
That's right. Leonard's trying, but he just can't hang.
And where Leonard the Bad Boy Garcia is trying to take it from him was with that unbelievable fight with the Korean Zombie. And if you haven't seen that fight yet, folks, go to Google and check it out, because that, you got Fight of the Year for 2009 Sure Dog for your first fight with Henderson, right?
Right. And 2010 ain't over yet, so don't let him be fooled.
Right now, Garcia's got 2010 with the Korean Zombie, but I'm having a feeling the Cowboy ain't going to be sticking around and letting you take that. What are you going to do to try and hold on that title, Leonard?
It sounds like I'm going to have a rematch with the Zombie again, so I don't think anybody that Cowboy fights can hold up to that, you know? So I think we got him beat.
Yeah, it was just incredible. The fight you had with Henderson, the fight you had with the Zombie, really showing what's so great about MMA. What do you guys look forward to in the future of this sport? I know you're getting great money now, which is so long overdue. You're working with Rev Gear. Tell us what that's like working with these guys.
You know, Rev Gear's always been a great sponsor, and anybody that supports us and helping us do what we do, which is putting on shows for the fans. You know, that's what we love to do. So Rev Gear's a great sponsor, and we're excited to be working with them.
How do you like working for Rev Gear, Don?
I love it, man. They send us the gear we need to help us, with the guys at the ranch and everything. So it's good. But as far as longevity of the sport and Friday the night and Friday the year, shit's an early year, and we're always there to throw down, man. No matter who it is, we came to fight. So
yeah, 2 fights to Google, folks. Cerrone Henderson won, and the Korean Zombie with Leonard the Bad Boy Garcia. 2 of the best fights you'll ever see in the history of MMA. They're right here. Thanks, guys.
Come down to the gym and watch me and Leonard train. That's fight of the year.
That's fight of the year every day.
Do you guys beat the snot out of each other?
We're brothers, man. We throw down.
Yeah, I got to be the big brother, of course.
I'm Anderson Silva. I'm watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I'm watch Fight TV.
Here with Brendan Schaub, and we were just talking before. We used to do a show up in Washington, UWC, and when I first got in here tonight, I saw like 300 people clamoring to get at this guy. How life changes when you go into the house, huh?
You know, the house, especially season 10, it'll change your life, man. You go from being, a fighter trying to hustle, trying to make it, to everyone knowing your name. So it's a good problem to have.
We're also talking UWC killer promotion. You know, Marcelo Fran out there helping to launch you guys, getting you seen by people. Really owe a big debt to UWC.
Yeah, UWC was really my first big show, and man, they run a great show, man. For anyone out there who's not signed with a big promotion, that's a place to go for sure.
No question about that. Let's talk about the house, man. Making into the finals with Big Country. You had a really good show. You did a great job in the house.
Yeah, the house was kind of filled with all-stars my season, and Roy's a vet, and if I was going to lose to anyone, it was going to be Roy, but I definitely held my own, and I think you learn most about a fighter after he loses, and my fight on the UFC on Versus 1, I think I showed the kind of fighter I am with getting a knockout in 47 seconds, so for me, life is good, man. I'm just training hard, looking forward to my next fight, July 3rd, and things are good.
And I think the most important thing, Brendan, when watching the show, you're the type of fighter that Dana White and Joe Silva like. Your personality, your desire to fight, your work ethic, second to none. That really caught their attention.
Yeah, I think it shows, man. I put on a good show. So I think that's why you're seeing me on these bigger cards. The UFC 116 card, it doesn't get any bigger, and I happen to be on the live prelim, so it's a big show, and Joe Silva and Dana White can always expect me to bring it, so it's definitely good.
Well, the next word that comes to mind is congratulations. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I'm so happy to see you out here with all these people trying to get at you. I don't know if we can see this, but there's all these people already gathering. We've just been here a couple minutes, already people gathering, trying to get at you. What a pleasure to see.
Oh, man, I love it. Congrats to you too, man.
Thank you. All right, it's tough duty, but someone has to do it. I am here with the owner of Silver Star, Charis Barrett. Charis, how long has Silver Star been in the MMA field, and how well is it doing for you?
Well, let's see. Silver Star's been around since 1993 in action sports. We were sponsoring fighters such as Chemo and some different people along the lines back in 2002, 2003, but really didn't get into it heavily until about, let's say, a year and a half ago. So, and it's the fastest growing sport in the world. So by the looks of this line behind us, that kind of tells you how we're doing in MMA.
Charis, I'm going to tell you this, and we didn't talk about this before we went on camera, but Clay Guida gave me a Silver Star, one of his Silver Star shirts. I can honestly say it's one of my favorite shirts because I don't know if it's the material or the fit or the design, or if it's a combination of the design, the material, or the fit, but it's one of my favorite shirts to wear. You guys put out a good product.
How about first and foremost, Clay Guida is one of my favorite people, and probably yours too.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's always a good start. Yeah, I mean, Silver Star, we work on the whole combination of everything. You know, artwork and what we put on that T-shirt to represent not only ourselves but the fighters is very, very important to us. And then after that, it's the quality of the product. You know, you want something that feels like that T-shirt you've had for 20 years that you love and that your girlfriend or wife steals and wants to keep. And you know, that's what we create.
That's exactly what it was, Charis. As soon as I put that Silver Star shirt on, it felt like it was a shirt that I've owned for like 20 years.
Well, that's why we do it like that. You know, it's a comfortable, great shirt. It washes and wears even better the more time. You know, the longer you have it, the better it gets.
This is Uriah Faber, the California Kid, and you're watching Fight Zone TV.
Hey, we're here with Charlie Jabara, president of Tokyo 5, a clothing company that has exploded. And Charlie, when you told me how long you've been doing this, it really blew me away because I've been hearing about Tokyo 5 for a long time, but you're relatively new in the game.
Absolutely, man. 14 months and we are where we are. So it's really thanks mostly to the fans. People reacted great to the product. Got lucky, worked with some great fighters, and here we are today.
So tell us why you decided to get into the MMA category.
We've been fans, since day one in the sport, and we've watched it grow. A lot of people look at it as like an overnight success story, but everyone who knows that this is like a 15-year overnight success story. So about a year and a half ago, we decided to put something together, put together just a few T-shirts, and then again, here we are today. It blew up. It's been amazing.
Obviously, sponsorships are a huge part of it, and endorsements. You got some big names in. You brought in El Guapo. Boss Rutan's on board.
Absolutely.
How is that giving a shot in the arm to Tokyo 5?
Anyone who knows Boz, Boz is one of the greats. We did a few viral videos with Boz. We got about 100,000 views on them within a week. So, I mean, it's, again, nothing short of extraordinary. And the stuff we do with Boz has been great.
I'm here with Master Seven Cranes, and today we're going to learn the secret of the Seven Crane Kick.
Before any man can learn the secrets of the Seven Crane Kick, he must first compete in the almost impossible task of taking this precious pearl from the master.
Okay, so what's the secret?
You idiot! You have insulted the Temple of the Seven Cranes! I will never teach you the secret! Never!
When you're confronted with a sore loser, you want to lead with a knee to the groin. Knees to the groin are very underestimated, yet very effective. And when he's doubled over with pain, and he will be in a lot of pain, it's time for a chop to the back of the neck. But only if he's doubled over, because what's the golden rule? Let me hear it. Position before submission. That's right. Yes! All right, a little recap. Knee to the pills, doubled over, chop to the back of the neck. Voila. Works all the time. Godspeed, everybody.
Tokyo 5. Make your own secrets. www.tokyo5brand.com.
Your pedal. There you go. Hey, thank you.
You've been doing some amazing things now, Charlie. What would you say is the #1 thing that's made the difference for Tokyo 5? What has propelled you forward so quickly?
Consistency, to be honest with you, rather than shoot out big wads of money here and there. We came up with a plan, a strategy of how we were going to sort of blow this thing up, and it worked. A little bit of luck, some good timing, I think a good plan, and we ended up doing okay.
Some really good-looking gear here at your booth. If people want to see more of Tokyo 5, where would they go? What's your website?
Tokyo5brand.com. You find everything there.
Charlie, good luck.
Thanks, man. Thanks for talking to me.
Actually, I'm not 5'4". It just looks that way because I'm standing next to Wes Sims, who is a long, tall drink. You remember Wes from Season 10, Ultimate Fighter. Wes, what's been going on in your world since Season 10?
Season 10 Ultimate Fighter, also the only man to defeat Frank Mir on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah, and that is definitely something worth talking about because Frank Mir, obviously, one of the best heavyweights as well. And you've always been very good at lobbying and good at getting the fights you want to get, and you're definitely a big name in the sport. What's been going on? Any talk, if you can, talk about who you got coming up next?
Fight-wise?
Yeah.
We'll be fighting in October, it looks like. Washington Combat, I'm fighting Pedro Hizzo. I haven't got it all signed yet, but that's what it looks like. Also, on the personal side, I got a kid on the way.
All right.
Yes. For 30 years, I've avoided. And I slowed down and it caught me. Now I got a kid coming. Little boy.
Oh,
in July.
congratulations.
Yes. They did an ultrasound. I wanted to know what it was, boy or girl. The doctor told me it looked like a penis with a baby hanging from it. It was mine. I can't deny the kid. It's mine.
Leaves don't fall far from the tree.
No. I don't know much about little kids, but I'll tell you this much. I do know midget porn, and I got a star on my hands. This kid is going to take after his dad, and he's going to be a star.
let's talk about the house, because this is what we were treated to in season 10. You were definitely the comedian of the house. You loved getting in guys' heads. You were definitely the guy having some fun. What was it like being cramped up for that long inside a house with a bunch of sweaty guys?
You're giving me goosebumps talking about it. I'm serious, because I would love to go back right now. I'm telling you, things didn't pan out the way I had planned or the way I wanted them to go down. And man, if it means cutting down to 155, give me a little bit of time. Let me go schedule a couple of those colonics that Gabe Rudiger did. I'll clean my bowels out, and I'll get down to 155, and I'll be on the next season. I don't care.
There you heard it. We're breaking news right here on Fight Zone TV. Wes Sims will be going down to lightweight, 155 for the next house.
Yep, tough 12. I'm coming.
Wes Sims, good luck to you, brother, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Skyscraper from Tap Out. You're watching Fight Zone TV here at the UFC Fan Expo.
You know, one of the things that really supports the sport of MMA is the sponsorships, and without good sponsors, this sport goes nowhere. And we have just such a person right next to me right now in Paul Revlin, the owner of Rev Gear. Paul, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Paul, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier before we went on camera, and you know, one of the big things that's so important for these fighters, you got Donald the Cowboy Cerrone over there, you got Leonard Bad Boy Garcia, two of the guys you're sponsoring. These are guys who, you know, Cerrone had Fight of the Year 2009 for his first fight with Ben Henderson, and I know, you know, Garcia's going to get Fight of the Year for that fight with the Korean Zombie. When you bring great fighters to your booth and you sponsor them like this, you're really doing a lot to help MMA.
Well, we think so. You know, a lot of these guys train really hard. They put it out on the line every time they go out there. And, you know, primarily we need to make good equipment for them because we need them to be protected when they're training. Because if they get injured, that's their livelihood and they can't fight and they can't make any money. So the little money that the sponsors provide for them, I mean, goes a long way for them. But we really, all of them you'll find are really great guys and we like being behind them any way we can.
All right, quickly, what distinguishes Rev Gear from the rest of the gang?
Well, Rev Gear's known for being a very high quality product line. That's why you'll see our slogan is professional gear for professional fighters. You know, we make a very high-end stuff that's designed to protect the heaviest hitters and the people who are really concerned about doing real, significant, hard training.
All right, Paul, thank you for everything you're doing for the sport. Keep bringing these guys here because these are some of my favorite guys to watch. Thank you,
awesome.
Paul.
Every one of them. We like watching them. Well, we like watching them beat each other up, but deep down, you know, they're all really good guys. It's good to work with them.
I'm Anderson Silva. I'm watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I watch Fight TV. I'm Anderson Silva. I'm watch Fight TV.
Really good turn, everybody. Iceman! Oh, big right punch to the skin. A mini corner right here, left, right. Oh, Joe Kennedy's in all kinds of trouble.
Champion of the world. How's that sound to you?
Yeah, it sounds great.
J. Adams Brawl Call.